Hello everyone, welcome to Monday Mayhem. This Monday has been particularly mayhemy. It was the first day of school for Oliver, a big kindergartner now, and he had a wonderful day. You'll see a little bit about that later. And all kinds of other interesting things have been happening. It's just like, it's time for chaos, obviously. Our washing machine broke over the weekend, died incredibly. And so we spent so much time researching, attempting to get a deal, an elusive deal. It's the most boring drama ever. So I really don't need to retell it because in the end, we got a washer. So we bought it today and it's coming on Wednesday and my piles are encroaching, but it's better than the 5 weeks we thought we might have to wait for a model that we were wanting. Anyway, let me remind you quickly that this week, as in all weeks here on Words of the Wise, we have a word of the week, and it's hidden somewhere here in this video. And if you think you know the word of the week, leave a message down below in the comments and with your guess. And if you win, you get to tell me something that you'd like to see in next week's episode. And nobody won last week. Nobody really guessed last week. It could have been because it was Labor Day. People didn't really watch the video. I posted it kind of late. It was super late night, X-rated edition. Which if you haven't watched it yet, you really must watch last week's episode. It was classic. Anyway, so that out of the way, let me tell you a little bit more about my mayhem before we cut to Oliver's description of his day at kindergarten. So the kids fought the entire time after school. Homework was totally stressful. Oliver apparently doesn't really feel like doing homework. Max knows the routine, and I realize that Oliver now has to learn the routine, but he just wasn't really interested. It'll be a journey for us, I'm sure. Anyway, and so I was helping them with their homework, and then Seth thought maybe he needed to do some homework. So I'm just going to bring you over here and show you his handiwork. This is our back door, fortunately. I don't know if you can really get a good look at the masterful artistry there. It goes up as high as he could possibly reach. And it's in pencil, so it'll come off, but it was just another thing to clean. This was after the crumbs of the snack were just everywhere on the main floor here. And then after dinner, Seth finished eating first, and then he went downstairs and he seemed content or whatnot, and so I didn't think much of it. And the older boys, I was encouraging them to finish so we could go watch the big family movie that I had gotten for tonight. Joe's at class, but everybody else. And then I discovered this, and it used to look worse. Every key on this laptop keyboard, this is the laptop that belongs to the boys, was popped off. And I never realized before just how intricate the workings of a laptop keyboard are. But yeah, suffice it to say, I've been sitting here for 45 minutes now trying to get that back together, and some of the pieces are just plain broken. So I don't really know what to do about that, except for, it's not really fair that the older boys who use the laptop are somehow penalized for their baby brother being your run-of-the-mill 2-year-old. Almost 3-year-old, it's almost a birthday. You'll hear more about that next week, I'm sure, but just wanted to fill you in on the totally glam life I lead, sitting here reconstructing a keyboard. It really doesn't get much more glam than that, if you think about it, except for possibly being swallowed by the dirty laundry monster, which is what I'll do after I'm done with this. So enjoy this little segment with Oliver describing his day at school. He had quite the day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
I did it. I ate my banana, my bar of something, and only one bread of paper and I ate the first one, but I was thirsty, so I drank the milk, and that's the end of school. And guess what, Papa?
What?
At home, where I am now, we had a special thing, and it's cake. Chocolate cream cake.
That sounds good, Ollie. Thanks, buddy.